Welcome to This Old Apartment Building with Brian Amos. I'm Paul Peebles, National Underwriter for Old Capital. Today we're going to talk a little bit about when you get a property under contract and you really have to do a physical inspection to the property. Brian's the guy that you talk to that represents you to kind of figure out what's going on with the physical needs of the building. Today we're talking about doing a colonoscopy for an apartment building, better known as sewer line cameras. So why is this important, Brian?
Well, Paul, there's some major systems that make up an apartment, and sewer lines are definitely one of the major components you need to check out. One of the things you need to look for, are there any breaks in the sewer line? Are there any roots in the sewer line? Or is there a substantial amount of grease buildup? So what we do is these things called cleanouts are access points into that sewer line to give us a view of that colonoscopy so that you can tell what's going on with those sewer lines.
If there's a break in the sewer lines, how much money can that cost? What kind of an impact can that have on the capex of this property?
Well, Paul, really it can add up quickly. So if you have a separation in the sewer line where roots are entering the line, you need to do a repair. If you're in a grassy area, it's about $2,500 per repair. If you're under concrete, it adds a little more to the expense. It's about $3,500 per repair. So you can see that can add up. Each break, each issue needs to be repaired.
So this is a big apartment building here. So we have multiple units. So if it is $4,000 or $5,000 a door per unit, it could be a substantial capital improvement that you have to put into the property, which could affect how much money you should be paying for the property. And because you didn't know this when you made the offer, then was accepted, this gives you an opportunity to maybe renegotiate, because you have to do some serious repairs to this property. So let's take a look and see exactly what Juan's doing to this property. So let's kind of talk a little bit about what he does.
Sure. So what we're doing here, we're having Juan go through the sewer cleanouts and check out the condition of the sewer lines. And this is not your Home Depot special camera. It's about $15,000, and it does a great job of looking at everything that you need to see in the sewer line. It runs about 200 feet of camera, so you can get a good look at the sewer line. What Juan is looking for is any cracks or roots in the line, any grease buildup. When you have grease buildup, you can hydrojet the lines or jet the lines, and that's shooting water down the line to clean out all the grease to help the flow from the apartment into the sewer main. Typically, if you were to do the hydrojet, it costs about $500 per building. And so if you were to do that on an annual basis, depending on how many buildings, it can be a several thousand expense a year. Some of the interesting things we found, we found all kinds of, bathroom paraphernalia, of course, but we found rats in the sewer line, which you normally don't find, right? So you may think where they come from. Also, you realize where all your cockroaches come from are actually from the sewer line. So it's very common to have a large nest of cockroaches, which is just great to see on your video. One of the things that we're not just watching it, we are downloading that video, so it's available for you to access at any point. If there's any future issues that come up, you can go back to this, pull it from your library and really see what the source of that issue might be. So it's a good reference point to have to scope your property from the beginning of your ownership.
Is it required? Would you say it's required for every buyer to do something like this?
Well, if I was taking over a property, it's such a significant portion of your asset to know how your sewer lines are operating. I would definitely recommend sewer line scoping for anyone who acquires the property.
What does something like this cost?
This is part of the package of services that we provide for physical due diligence, and it runs around $50 per door on average that you can get this done.
Good. Again, Brian Amos, thank you very much. We appreciate you scoping the sewer lines. I'd shake your hand, but I know where it's already been.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.